All right, so today is September 14th, 2 weeks into September already, and we're doing a hell of a job changing a lot of lives per usual. Tonight's call is extra special for me because this is something I want you guys to get super fired up about because I'm super fired up about it. But yeah, before we start this though, I've had a couple requests from some of our coaches that have been, if you guys click on speaker view on here, you guys can see that there's like a ton of boxes and you can see everybody's faces. But here's the great part about it is that our team is growing at a rapid pace and a lot of you guys don't know who each other are. And so I wanted to take a quick second, and I'm just going to shout out names really quick and have you guys unmute and just say who you are, say who your upline is, and when you started coaching, okay? That's all you got to say. And I want everybody to kind of know who each other is so that way we can feel comfortable talking to each other. So that way, like, you guys are, like, whenever you see each other's names pop up on our team page, you know who each other are and all that good stuff. So I'm going to go through this really, really quickly. And Karen, you're my first one. I see in my left corner. So go ahead and just name, upline, when you started.
Okay. Hi, I'm Karen. My upline is Erica down there. And I started at the beginning of this month.
Welcome, Rebecca.
I'm Rebecca. Kelsey is up my upline, and I started coaching in February.
Lizzie, I don't know if you're around. I just see a wall. There she is.
What are we doing? I missed it.
Just say name, who your upline is, and when you started.
I'm Lizzie. Kelsey is my upline, and March of last year, 2015, I think, or April. I can't remember.
Yeah, that sounds about right, yeah.
Yep.
Amber.
I'm Amber. Lizzie is my upline, and I started coaching last month.
Woo! Tiffany.
Hi, I'm Tiffany. I started in April, and Kelsey's my upline.
Woo! Awesome. Yeah. Stephanie.
Hi, I'm Stephanie. My upline is Kelsey, and I started just less than 2 weeks ago.
Awesome. Ashton.
Hi, I'm Ashton. My upline is now Kelsey because the upline that I started with is no longer coaching. And I started in June.
Awesome. Erica?
Hi, I'm Erica. I'm actually Team Zach. Kelsey is my upline. And I started technically on the very last day of December, but in January of this year.
Awesome. Lizzie's also on Team Zach. I don't think she mentioned that. Andrea.
Hi, I'm Andrea. I started my journey in March, but coaching in June, and I'm on Team Truly You, kind of with Becca and Erica.
Awesome. Jessica, I know you just hopped on. Jessica is one of our brand new coaches too. We're just saying names and upline and when we started. If you can hear me. I don't know if she can hear me, but I'll speak for her. Jessica started last week, and I'm her upline. She's also on Team Zach. This all got rearranged. Whoa, Jackie, I don't know if you can unmute or not. Oh, she's not. Okay, Jackie is also, I'm also Jackie's upline, and she also started in June. Becca Sutton.
Hi, I started in February, and Erica is my upline. And yeah, my video's not on. Sorry.
We know Becca. And then Jess B. If we're just saying names, who your upline is, and when you started. I think you're muted, Jess.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. My name's Jessica. My upline is Kelsey, and I started right in July.
Yes, I think you started July 1st. So yeah, So I wanted to do that because a lot of you, and you guys can be honest, a lot of you probably have no idea who each other are, right? I mean, this team is growing rapidly fast. And I want to share this with you guys really quickly before I get into tonight's topic. Every single Wednesday, so once you guys hit Star Diamond, okay? And I don't want you guys to think that like this is like, if I hit Star Diamond. No. When you hit Star Diamond, you guys get paired with somebody from corporate, and they do mentoring calls with you. And they look at your downline, and they look at your coaches, and they know every single one of your coaches' names. They know where every single one of your coaches ranks, where they're placed, and everything like that. And I wanted you guys to give me a reaction to this because I heard this today from my corporate sponsor. We went over the numbers I'm about to go over with you. And she told me that Team Simply Beautiful, at the rate we're on, is on track to be a top 10 team in this company. Not top 200, not top 100, top 10. And I had to sit back and I had to ask myself how the hell that happened. Because every single one of you that just introduced yourselves came in starting December 30th, 2015. Lizzie, and other than Lizzie. Lizzie's obviously been here the longest. But every single one of you have come to me in the past year. And I sat down after that call, and she said that to me, and she goes, your team is going to the top 10 in the next couple of years. I literally sat back and I asked myself how that happened. How me, who joined this business just because I needed an extra $100 a month. That's why I joined this business, guys. I needed an extra $100 because I really felt shitty about myself. And I really wanted to pay for my Shakeology. And I knew that if I could pay for my Shakeology every single month, that I would finally feel good about myself again. That's why I started this business. And whenever my coach got on the first call with me and she said, what do you want out of this? I said, what do you mean, what do I want out of this? I just want my Shakeology paid for. I remember her saying, okay, well, guess what I'm going to do? Because Natalie, my upline, she is like one of my best friends. So we came in as friends, and she said, that's what I'm going to do. And I said, what? And she goes, I'm going to quit my job in 2 months. And guess what happened in 2 months? She quit her job. And my eyes started opening, and I started seeing the potential, and I started realizing that if other coaches in this network could do this, why couldn't I do this? You guys, I don't know if you guys know where I started. I don't know if I ever shared it with you, but it has a really big deal in what tonight's call is about. You guys, I mean, how many of you knew who I was in April of 2014? You guys look at me as this leader of this team, this strong person, right? This person that's here to motivate you on Facebook. But what you guys didn't see was the girl underneath 5 blankets in her apartment because she couldn't turn her heat on because she couldn't afford heat in the winter. You guys didn't see the girl that had to choose between whether she was going to go home and visit her family that weekend or choose to eat. You didn't know the girl that would go to a grocery store and not be able to afford food but would still find money to spend on alcohol because that was the only thing that made me feel better. You didn't know the girl that would see somebody she knew out in public and go to the aisle over just so she didn't have to talk to them. I hated Facebook. I never posted on Facebook. I was the girl, and I still see on Time Hop 7 years ago, that found Facebook as my way to complain about things. I was not me. I'm not the girl that you guys see today. So when I talk about this opportunity, and when I say that it literally saved my life, I'm not joking. And I want you guys to see what you have accomplished in the past 9 months because I don't want you guys to give up now. I don't know if you guys know what elite is. I don't know if you know what premier is. I don't know if you know what it takes to get to 5-star diamond, 2-star diamond, 1-star diamond, or diamond or emerald. But I want you to know that you play a part in this team, every single one of you. And I'm going to share that with you tonight. How many of you guys remember the beginning of this year whenever I said that our team was going to go for elite this year? Does everybody remember that? A lot of you should. A lot of you started toward the beginning of the year, I think. If you came in between January and May, April, May, you probably remember us saying like we should make this a team goal. And the reason I decided that I wanted to make this a team goal is because I believed that you guys deserve this recognition. This has never been about me, and I hope you guys realize that. I hope that you guys look at this and you understand that when I say like I want to be a 2016 elite team, it's not about me. It's because when you guys are about to see the numbers that you guys have produced this year, if we fell short, I would be devastated. I would be devastated to be like, God, like what did I do wrong to let you guys down? Because I don't ever want you guys to look at this video that I record tonight a year later and be like, why didn't we do it? Why didn't we make this happen? We have the potential of being ranked in the top 100 at the end of this year. Not me. You. You. You guys realize that? This is not me. This is you. So I made a nerdy PowerPoint, like I normally do, to show you guys how we all work together as a team to make this happen. Now, before I share my nerdy PowerPoint with you, does anybody know what it means to be elite? What the hell that means? And a lot of you are new coaches, so you probably don't, and that's okay. An elite team, how you reach an elite team is basically, okay. It means what it says. You're the top of the company. In 2017, you will be advertising yourself as a 2016 elite team. Whenever you're recruiting people, whenever you're bringing people in, people are going to be asking what's different about Team Simply Beautiful? What's different about your team? And you say, our team is elite. We're ranked in the top 100, top 200 of this company. And we are, we're elite. Do you guys even know what that definition of that word means? Corporate identifies you. Like the team Simply Beautiful, and there's a reason there's a word team in front of Simply Beautiful. Because when you guys see that at Summit 2017, you're going to see this ridiculous looking picture of my face. I'll probably be crying in it like I am now. And it'll say Team Simply Beautiful under my name. And I literally want to ask them if I can go like this in the picture and point to that name because it's not me. It's a team thing. We're everywhere. Our name is everywhere. Like all over the company. They're going to know it. They're going to see it. And then you're going to be talking to somebody next year and they're going to say, you're on that team. That team that helps over 200 people a month. That team that has helped somebody lose 100 pounds. That team, you're on that team. I want to be on your team. That's what this is. You guys getting this? This isn't about some fancy recognition, guys. This is about the big picture. This is about being a team that's going to make a huge damn difference. So here's the thing. As I get into all these stupid little facts about what elite is, there's two slides that are super annoying to me. because I have to explain what this actually is. But after those 2 slides, you're going to see how you each play a part into this, okay? So I'm going to share this with you. I told you guys, like, we have emotional calls sometimes. This is one of them. All right. Does everybody see this call? Everybody see this right now? Can I get, Andrea, I can only see you. Can I get a thumbs up if you see this? Okay, perfect. What is elite? Again, I told you these first 2 slides are super annoying, so excuse me as I go through what this actually is. Basically, to become an elite or premier team, it's based on your personally sponsored coach's volume. So if you guys know what that PV is, that's what this is. So you're going to see the PV that we get points, our team gets points based on what my personally sponsored coaches are doing. You also get points based on what your personally sponsored coaches plus you are doing if they hit Success Club. You also get points for team growth over a year. I'm not going to get into too much on this, but essentially think about that. Every time that you guys are signing somebody up as a customer, or somebody's club membership's coming out, or something along those lines, that's PV for you. Like when your Shakeology comes out and you get 90 PV, that falls in that category. You hitting Success Club that month, plus me hitting Success Club that month, that gives us points. ATV is team growth over the year, so every 10,000 volume points, which you guys might look like it's a lot, it's not, is 1 point. In order to be an elite team, you have to have 5 diamonds on the team plus 135 points. In order to be a premier team, you have to have 2 diamonds on your team and 135 points. Can I get a thumbs up if you're understanding where all that? Is that good? Okay. So a little bit easier to understand. This is a goal that our team, not just me, has set on January 1st. And in order to achieve a goal like this, the entire team needs to be on board. This gives our team the recognition that they deserve, that you guys deserve. Because you guys busted your butt, and I'm going to show you that in a second. You get to use this title for your own benefit when it comes to recruiting. This gives you a goal to shoot for. Becoming an elite or a premier team does not happen without a team. The end. Without a team, guys, we are coaches. And I just talked to our Emerald to Diamond push about this. Without a team, you're a coach. How do you come into this business, guys? You come in as coach. You don't come in as Emerald. You don't come in as Diamond. You don't come in as Star Diamond. You come in as coach. In order for you to move past coach, you build a team. If you are just coach, if we have no team, we are stagnant in our business. Emerald, Diamond, Star, Diamond, Premier, Elite, Volume, Success Club, Leadership Ladder, none of that exists anymore. It doesn't matter. All those terms that are cool, and I know that a lot of you, again, are newer coaches, and you might not understand what this means right now, but you're going to understand. All that means nothing. Nothing without a team. This is entirely done by a team. We need to stop looking at ranks as something we can achieve alone. And I want you guys, I'm going to stop sharing this for a second and be honest with me. How many of you, when you come into this and you look at this and you want a rank so bad, right? How many of you wanted to rank advance so bad? Right? But you can't do that without a team. We have to stop thinking about relying on rank alone. We can't let rank that can't be what drives us, guys. It can't be. We need to stop assuming our coaches want those ranks because maybe they don't either. So I'm going to stop sharing this one more time before I get into the next slide. How many of you guys are Emerald coaches right now shooting for Diamond? Go ahead and raise your hand. How many of you guys want it so bad? You want your coaches so badly than an Emerald. You want coaches. Unless you understand, unless you understand what they want out of this, it's never going to happen. I want you guys to think back to your very first call with your upline coach. Did they ask you, did your upline coach ask you what you wanted out of this? Did they ask you what your vision was for this? Did they ask you what your goals were? Did at any time in your journey as a coach, did you feel like you needed to do something for them? That's the way it needs to stay on this team. Because guys, it's not like, I had to ask myself that, guys. I had to ask myself, like, do I know what my coaches want? My coaches might not even want to be Emerald coaches. They might not give a shit about it. And that's okay. But I can bet you any money they want to make $100 a month, don't they? We need to find out why they're here. And I'm going to use Stephanie as an example because I'm looking right at her right now. Stephanie is not motivated by rank. She doesn't know what it is yet, right? She's a brand new coach on this team. But I do know how much money she wants to make a month. So what do you think I'm doing with her? We're setting goals on her income. And what's going to naturally happen when Stephanie hits her income goals? She's going to rank advance because she's organically making it happen. You guys, we need to identify what our coaches want, right? We need to know what they want. So I'm going to break down with you and show you guys. Do you guys believe, and I know that you guys just saw me tell you, that it's only my personally sponsored coaches that can be the diamonds, right? My personally sponsored coaches have to be the diamonds to get us to elite. But do you guys understand? Do you understand that every single one of you that I'm seeing right now play a role in that? And like I said, I know a lot of you are new coaches, so you might not understand that right now. But I'm going to show you how every single one of you play a role in this. We need to be a 5-star diamond team by November 17th. And today I'm on my call with my corporate sponsor, and I'm like hyperventilating a little bit. I'm like, like, how are we going to do this? And then all of a sudden I had to sit back and think to myself, how are we not going to do this? My team is a bunch of badass coaches. There's no concern of mine that we can't make this happen. So I'm going to show you how, even though you're not my personally sponsored coach, for every single one out here that's like, well, I might be enrolled under Zach, or I might be enrolled under one of your personally sponsored coaches. I want to show you how each and every single one of you participate in us becoming an elite team. Again, without you guys, I'm coach. Because of the discount coaches I enrolled, I became an Emerald coach. Because I introduced the business opportunity and I taught my coaches how to hit Success Club, I rank advanced to diamond. Because Erica, Lizzie, Katie Ann, and Alicia hit Emerald, Zach hit diamond. That made our team 1-star. Because Sammy, Becca, Alex, and Leah hit Emerald, which doesn't happen without their teams, Alicia and Erica hit diamond, making Zach 2-star. Because Nellie and Josh hit Emerald, Rebecca went diamond, making our team 2-star. Because Hannah and Jess B are in my second business center, I'm closely working with them to reach their goals. They're going to organically hit Emerald and begin shooting for diamond, which makes our team 3-star. Because I opened my mouth and I introduced the business opportunity, Jackie, Stephanie, Sylvia, Brittany, Jessica, Georgia, Sam Rothka, who brought on Ashton and Destiny, Tiffany, Nicole, Lindsay, Emily, Ashley, all said yes. Because I teach them how to hit Success Club, Sylvia, Jackie, Ashton, Georgia, Emily, and Lindsay all hit Emerald. Because I sat down with them and I talked to them about their goals and what they want out of their life, they're dreaming bigger about diamond. So now they're bringing on coaches, growing teams, hitting Success Club monthly, and the last thing that our team needs to do in order to hit elite is for them to run at full force at diamond by November 17th so we can start a 5-star qualification. This is me, this is not me, this is you. Now I want a reaction right now. Did you guys realize that every single one of you played a part in that? Every single one of you played a part in that. Even the coaches right now that aren't at Emerald, that are my personally sponsored coaches, do you realize that you have the potential of impacting this? You can hit Diamond in 2 months. Like shit. Rebecca and Erica did it. You all played an impact in that. Every single one of you. Because Lizzie's not Emerald without Amber or without Kim, right? Every single one of you play a role in this happening, guys. Does that like get you excited to know that every single one of you are part of that? That this is not like everybody looks at this whole elite thing and they're like, oh, it's just Kelsey's personally sponsored coaches. It's not Kelsey's personally sponsored coaches. It's not even freaking Kelsey. It's you. I can sit here and I can lead you guys all day long, but I can't lead you into doing action. And that's what you guys are doing on your own. And that's why we're so close to this goal. So I want you guys to start here. And I want you to look at these numbers. Whoa. Look at these numbers right here. Start under January, February, March, April. And you can see that I put May through August in the bottom. The bold at the bottom is what our team growth has been in volume. In January, we were 5,078. February, 7,751. March, 14,551. April, we kind of dipped a little bit, 11,477. May, we shot back up, 15,768. June, 16,772. July, 17,622. August, 23,728 points in team volume. In 8 months. So when you guys understand when I'm talking about growth and why you deserve this recognition, this is what I'm talking about. Last slide. The elite court ranking. The top and the bottom, so you're going to go over the first 4 columns on the top and then go to the bottom. We started January with 4 elite points, ranked 830 in the company. 833, so we went up 3 spots in February, had 11 points. 659 in March with 21 points. 467 in April with 35 points. 361 in May with 49 points. 310 in June with 65 points. 280 in July with 84 points. And we went from 84 to 107 in August, ranked at 259 in the company. Not me, you. Those points, what that says on the side, PSCC, Personally Sponsored Success Club. So I had 2 people hit Success Club this month. 2 people hit that month. See these numbers, how they just continue to grow? Look how much they've grown. Look at that. That's insane. So you're wondering why I want this so bad for you? It's because you deserve it. You freaking deserve it. And this 30 minutes of this call is for me, and I hope at this point, does everybody understand how bad I want this? The next 15 minutes of this call is to show you that you can have this with your teams. One thing that I want you guys to understand is that I put that down on a goal board on December 28th, 2015. That our team is going to be a 2016 elite team, and I have never turned my back on that goal. Right now, we're a 2-star diamond team. My second business center, like I told you, has awesome coaches in it, and I know that they're going to make that account diamond, which will put us a 3-star. But I also know that I have a bunch of freaking rock stars on our team. All of you, they're going to pop diamond in the next 2 months. I never turned my back on this goal because it's something I wanted so bad for our team. And the whole point of me doing this for 30 minutes was to show you guys what can happen when you set your eyes on a goal and you decide to go for it. How many of you guys believe that you can have an elite team in 2017? Everybody should have their hands raised up. Because if it's something that you wanted, you could do it. But this was a decision that you have to make, and then you go for it. I don't give a shit if you have no coaches on your team right now. Guys, I started this year as a diamond coach. I started January as diamond. Zach's account was barely an emerald. Zach's account was 2-star, mine's 2-star. 8 months later. The reason like I said, this is not me sitting here to brag, because I don't give a shit about recognition. What I give a shit about is you. And here's the thing. One thing I noticed over these past 8 months, I'm sitting here and I'm getting this whole like elite talk in your head, and you guys knew that we were shooting for elite this year, right? But one thing I didn't mention is that you can do this too. You and your teams can go for this too. You can be a premier team. You can be an elite team. You guys can end this year as, here's my philosophy. Guys, you know I'm crazy, so here we go. Here's my philosophy. You're shooting to get to diamond by November, so that you're a star diamond coach by December. We're not talking having a group of emeralds on our team. We're talking about a group of business builders. Because if we had a team of business builders, a group of women who actually, and I know that this group is this group, that give a shit about helping other people, that are tired of letting their stupid excuses and their fears get in the way of their future. This team is that top 10 team that corporate is watching. Do you guys realize that we're being watched by corporate? They're watching what we're doing because they believe in us. And I believe in you. And what I'm doing right now with you guys, it can't stop here. It can't stop with me telling my personally sponsored coaches and getting on. How many of you guys are doing the mentoring with me? We have to, everybody should be doing it, because that's how it starts. I work with each of you and you relay that on down the line. Because how do we build strong organizations? We build strong organizations by duplication. And I understand every single one of you on this call. How many of you, raise your hand if you have a shit ton of stuff going on in your life? Me too. Everybody does. And I understand that. And I'm not going to be like dumb about that. We all have our priorities. And we should. We should all have our priorities when it comes to our kids, when it comes to our lives, our husbands, everything that we're doing in life. But we need to make ourselves and our teams a priority too. If you guys can take what I give you and pass it on down the line, duplicate this to your teams. Do you guys realize that you could have elite teams in 2017? Every single one of you. I literally, guys, last year at this time, I watched my coach go for it. Just like you guys are doing right now. I watched her accomplish something that she wanted so bad. And I remember on December 31st, her calling me and saying, we did it. Misfit Legion's a 2015 elite team. And I remember thinking to myself, holy shit. That same girl, the reason I just told you guys that story at the beginning, that same girl that told me she was going to quit her job in 2 months, told me she was going to be an elite coach in 2015, and she did it. Because she kept her eye on the prize. So for all of you out there that have these giant goals, you have all the stuff you want to do, right? And I just said this on the Emerald Diamond call. We just did a couple minutes or before this call. If you guys make this big and you guys can see like the screen, the speaker view or whatever, and you guys can see all of your little boxes and they look like the Brady Bunch, right? Everybody can see each other. You look left and look right. If you guys look at me, look at the person below you, look at the person to the right, left, bottom. None of those people are responsible for your success. The person looking straight back at you in your little box, that's the person responsible for your success. You. And if you want something so damn bad, guys, you have to go for it. We haven't accomplished this goal. Team Simply Beautiful is a 2-star Diamond Cup team. We need to be 5-star by the end of this, by November 6th, 17th. Start qualification. And they have to hold it for 6 weeks, which is extremely antagonizing. Because once you start qualification for a rank, you have to hold it for 6 weeks. So Zach's account is under 2-star qualification right now, which has been a debate of my existence because it's stressful. But nothing is ever stressful for me. Like whenever my accounts are under qualification, it's not stressful for me because the coaches that do it really want it. And they're not going to lose it. I'm going to tell you guys a secret. Natalie was 5-star qualifying to become an elite coach last year at this time, or toward the end of in November. And I was a diamond at the time, and my coach on my left leg was going to go inactive. The only emerald I had was going to go inactive. And I had to beg her to order something so she wouldn't go inactive, so Natalie wouldn't lose qualification. And I remember promising myself at that moment, I said, I will never, ever let myself get into a situation like this again. I need a team of people that want to be there, that want this so bad, that want this so bad that for themselves that they can barely stand it. That they're like, oh my gosh, like I have the potential of being that coach that can help our team become elite, that I have the potential of making my family an extra $2,000 a month. I have the potential of quitting my full-time job. I have the potential of paying off my debt. I have the potential of cutting up my credit card. Those are the people I want on this team. And I'm looking at every single box right now, and I know I have it. I know I have those women. I know that I have it. And you might have a shit ton of stuff going on in your life right now, but I am begging you to put yourself first. Begging you. Is there something out there you want? I know there is, because if you're my personally sponsored coach, I basically pried it out of you. It's time to go for it. We talked last week about the 5 ways you can fail in business. And honestly, I think the biggest thing is the one that sits back and waits. No more waiting. I've sat back and I've talked about this goal and how much I've wanted it, and it's great. But it's out of my hands at this point. I can't do anything. I can still bring on new coaches every month, and that's what I'm doing because it's my job to keep giving this beautiful opportunity to other people. But I can't make people want it. It's up to you. I give everybody the same amount of information when they start as a coach. I start everybody the same exact way. So what is it about the coaches that run with it and that don't? And here's what my corporate mentor told me today. Some people just don't want it. And we have to accept that. But there's a reason you guys are here. There's a reason that you've all cried with me on this call. There's a reason that you're feeling fired up. There's a reason that my face is a giant red mess right now because I'm so flushed. It's because we love each other. We sat at the beginning of this call and we all introduced ourselves like we've never met each other before, but I know you guys all feel like a family because I do. I'm looking around here. 1, 2. 2 of you I've met in person? 3? 3 of you I've met in person. Never met the rest of you in person. But does that matter? Do you guys feel like do you guys feel like you know who I am at this point? Do you feel like you know your upline at this point even though you never met him before? Do you feel like you could walk right up to your upline and give him a hug? That's how I feel about every single one of you. And that's how you're going to be with your teams. So I'm begging you guys, like, I don't care where you are in this business. I'm planning for this. I have every single person on our team's diamond tracker. I know where everybody stands. I know who's going to make this happen. I know I showed you guys how every single one of you play a part in this. And I also showed you guys, especially if you're doing my mentoring calls with me, on how important this is that you accomplish it for your reasons. Honestly, I don't care if you don't give a shit about elite for a team. That's fine. Like, honestly, it doesn't hurt my feelings. What I do care about is that you're achieving your goals for your reasons. That's why you're here. I would, if this isn't something you want, guys, I would rip it up in a second because I want you guys to be doing this for your reasons. I don't care. I don't care, honestly. And I hope you guys understand that. I hope you believe that. That I genuinely want this for you. So, comments, questions? Is everybody okay?
I'll go.
Okay.
Well, okay. For new coaches, as she was saying, like, don't think this is out of the picture for you, one day, blah, blah, blah. I just keep getting a glimpse in my screen of what's behind me and what's happened since January of last year. Yeah, there's some little banners back there of this rank, that rank, that rank. But the only word that I could see the whole time is right here on my vision board. The word elite is a little bolded. And I started in January. I'm technically a diamond coach right now, recognized as 1-star, but I'm not going to cross that off until November 17th. So, and then not cross it off, but change the date, because I'm not going to give up on it, even though it could be so far away, but yet could be so close. So like Kelsey said, she knows she has the people on here for our team to have this. Just think about it for yourself as well. Like, it's going to be so freaking awesome to say we're a part of it, but then you can do it too. You can. Like, I know you may not even know what rank is yet, or you may not care about rank or those things, but like, after being at Summit and all she said was there's going to be a picture of me, that's when I started crying, because I could see her face on that picture representing our team, and that could be every single one of us up there. So the fire is real. That's all I have to say.
And guys, Erica is like on track to become a 2016 Premier Coach right now. Like, she can probably finish this year as elite too. And she started a year and a half after I did. So I want you guys to understand this. Like, people always talk about this pyramid scheme shit, right? You're part of a pyramid scheme. What the hell is that? Because literally anybody on this team could pass me up tomorrow, and that would be okay with me. I want you guys to remember this. Success is extremely lonely at the top. Like, when you're at the top, success can be lonely. There's nothing that I want more. And Erica's talking about whenever we were walking through this tunnel of pictures of all the elite coaches, and I was like, that's going to be us next year. That's going to be our team. Like, that's just how confident I am. Like, I just know it. Like, I look at you guys and I'm like so full of like, oh, I just get so excited. Because even if we fell short this year, you guys had one hell of a year. And 2017 is going to be even more badass. But this isn't, again, this whole thing wasn't about me talking about like, okay, like hit diamond by November 17th. That's not what this whole thing is about. This whole thing is about you guys sitting down and figuring out exactly what you want, because right now it is September 14th. And right now is the day that you have to decide where you want to be on December 31st. Erica said it, and I'm going to say it again. Like, I sat down and I walked through that tunnel thing, and I saw my coach's face on one of those giant pictures. I looked at her and I said, oh my God. Look what she did. And I remember the day she told me she was going for it, like it was yesterday, for her team and for our team, and pointing at Misfit Legion and how excited she was. And it's not about, like, this whole call is great to show you guys where you stand. But what I really hope that you got out of this is that when you put your mind to something, you guys can go for it. Because, guys, I was the broke, miserable drunk 2.5 years ago. And I think by now you guys know that I'm not that girl anymore. And it's because I decided that this was for me. And it was because I decided that I loved this so much that I had to give it to you. Every single month, every single time I talk to you, every single person I talk to, I have to give it to them. Because I don't know who's going to take this and run with it, and it's going to change their life. I can look at every single one of you, and I know that a lot of you aren't my person sponsor coaches, but I'm looking at mine specifically because I do know why you're here. And I can point at every single one of you, and I can tell you why you started. Because I have you guys know I'm such an organizational nerd, but I have like a little manila folder with each of your pictures on it. And on the inside, why you started, why you wanted to be here, and what you want out of this. Because the day that you make it happen, I'm going to hand it to you and say, look how far you've come. And I'm going to hand it to you every conversation we ever had. And whenever you're walking across the stage as a superstar diamond or getting introduced in the Millions Club, I'm going to say, here's that first call when you said you were scared to invite somebody. Here's that first call when you said that when 26 people told you no in one day and you told me you were going to quit, that you didn't think this for you. Here's this folder, because guess what? Why don't you take this and why don't you show this to your team and show them how you overcame it? I've been watching, I've been writing down every single thing. You guys see me on our calls. You see me looking to the side. I type everything. I type everything you say. Because I know there's going to be a day. And I actually did this to Stephanie the other day. I copied and pasted her application to me when she signed up for the bridal group. I have everything. Because there's going to be a day you need to see it. To remember why you're here. Every single one of you. And I ask your coaches, if you're not a personally sponsored coach of mine, I ask your coaches what you're here for. I need to know. Because like I said, elite's cool. I hope we achieve it. But what's cooler is you guys standing there up next to me holding my hand. Whew, we are emotional wrecks tonight. Yeah. But that's what this whole thing is about. That's what this is about. So I hope you guys realize that. I hope you guys realize that I love you. I may not have met you in person, but like virtual hugs, like I love you. And I genuinely care about you. Like, this is for you. This is for you. And whew, Zach and I have already started planning our 2017 Diamond Retreat. Getting a beach house and recognizing everybody that has made it happen, and there's so many plans. It doesn't stop at the end of this year. There's so many plans for this team. And the fact that my husband actually is like talking about like booking a house with a bunch of women is pretty impressive to me. So, all right. Well, 10 minutes left. Does anybody have any questions? It doesn't have to be about the topic tonight. Does anybody have anything they want to say, comments? Like, I would love for you guys to unmute and just, like I said, we have 10 minutes and tell me your thoughts, like what you're thinking, like inspire each other. I don't want to be the only one talking here. Like, how are you feeling right now? Like, does this light your fire? Do it. I know you want to. Go ahead and unmute, whoever it's going to be.
Okay, I'll go because I am also a teacher and I'm just having such a hard time at school, like balancing like this and teaching. So I've just been like thinking like, okay, is this like what I want to do? But then I had a call with Eric and I was like, no, I want to do this. And then this call, I'm like crying over here. Like I have all these sticky notes of notes and they have like tear marks all over them. And I'm just like, this just like got me going. Like teaching is not like, I love teaching. But like, I don't know, is it what I want to do forever? Maybe not. Maybe this is gonna, because I love doing this. So that was just my side note. So thanks for the tears, guys.
No, thank you for sharing that. Seriously. Like, that's what I want to hear, like how you guys are feeling. Like, I want to know. Don't bottle it up. And half of you are smiling, half of you are crying. Like, I don't even know. Everybody's emotions are everywhere right now. Anybody else?
I'll go ahead.
Okay.
I just want to say that I love this call, and it did get me super excited, inspired. Just the fact that it can happen, and the idea of, wow, like I could even do something like that down the road, and the possibilities, and having such a supportive, wonderful like team and everything, and getting to such a goal and everyone loving it. It is really inspiring. So I'm excited.
Yeah. And that's the thing is like, you can, like you will. And like, you guys know, I always am like such a stickler for that. It's like, not even just I can, like you will do it. like I said, I can sit here and it was so terrible today as I'm sitting there on the call with my corporate mentor, and she's telling me, I'm like, I just don't know what to do next. Like, what can I do to inspire them? And she goes, Kelsey, you've done it. Like, you got to let them spread their wings and fly. And I'm like, no, I need to control. And she's like, no, you don't. And I'm like, I'm so technique. And she's like, no, like, you have done like everything you can do. The only thing that I can't do, and I wrote it down on a sticky note, the only thing I can't do is make you do it. I can give you everything you need. I just can't make you do it. So my challenge to you guys tonight is to sit back and really figure out what you want out of this business by December 31st. This sticky note is sitting in front of my desk. All it says is November 17th. Has 5 little stars next to it. Zach asks me every single day what it means, and I tell him every day, and he still doesn't remember. My life. Yeah, that's it. That's all I need to see every day. So what is it that you're shooting for, and by when? Stare at it. Let it like drive you crazy. And know that, please know that I believe in you. So I guess there's 2 things I can't do. I can't make you do it, and I can't make you actually believe in yourself. I can believe in you all I want. But it's time that you take the action. It's time that you believe that you're the one that's going to do this. You can have the life of your dreams. And if that doesn't fire you up, I don't know what will. You're in control. So before we get off this call, does anybody have any other comments before I let us go? We're going to do something ridiculous. So, Brady Bunch boxes. Everybody's going to point to the left or to the right, or to the top or the bottom. And we're going to take a picture really quick. So just like point like wherever. You can point up or down. Like, Tiffany, I can't see your hand. I'm trying to get everybody. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Perfect. We just selfied all together. Okay, so last thing I have for you guys. Thank you guys for coming on. I know this was like a more emotional call than they normally are, but I'm going to tell you guys right now to finish out the year, it's no more here's how to learn how to do things calls. It's all going to be like this because I want to light your butts on fire. I have a shit ton of guest speakers coming up over the next couple of weeks. They're going to get you excited. They're going to teach you how to believe in yourselves and to really go for it. I hope you guys saw on the team page. Next week's team call is on Tuesday night. Okay, Tuesday, 8 o'clock. I have a special guest speaker. Her name is Colleen Curtis. She is coming on. She is a very dear friend of mine. She's a 7-star diamond, elite coach from last year. Very successful. And she's going to be talking to us about mindset. It's going to be a fantastic call. But she's doing it on Tuesday because she also has team calls on Wednesdays. And I needed to get her on. I needed her to talk to you guys. So I think you're really going to enjoy it. Oh my God, like what the hell's wrong with me? All right, so you guys, if did anybody have any other comments? Because that's basically all I have tonight. All right, so I'm extremely excited to see your guys' takeaways for tonight. So I'm anxiously waiting to see that post. But I love you guys. I believe in you. It's time to take action. November 17th, a lot can happen. December 31st, a lot can happen. It's just time to get to work and change some lives. That's it. This whole thing goes back to changing lives. Let's do it. All right? I'm leaving you with that. Have a good night.